Welcome back, everyone. I'm Setharoth, and welcome to another episode of our Survival Druid playthrough. We just got through a typical, nice-looking, homely little cabin, only to find there was a bandit cave underneath. And as far as RP is concerned, role-playing, our hunter type is feeling a little overwhelmed by these bandits that can set up in the middle of seemingly innocent locations in overwhelming numbers. So at the moment, we have not really delved into Druid power very much, certainly not Druid quests. So for role-playing purposes, our character is going to head towards the largest city in search of reinforcements and magic with which to better survive and also make a better difference in the wild. So we're going to go ahead and lay course back towards Riverwood, if I can go in the right direction. Actually, I think I'm currently retracing my steps from my first run of terror. I ran into the necromancers, and they ran into a pack of wolves, and then everyone ran into a stormcloak patrol. It was good times. Okay, come on, of course. Obligatory catching of the butterflies. This is very important for Druid playthroughs. All butterflies must be caught. Hey, come here, come on. Come on, this is for posterity. I have an audience. Alright, here we go. Alright, we'll switch to flame magic, just in case we run into trouble. I think quest-wise, yes, quest-wise, we tried to make it to Bleak Falls Barrow, but we ran into some unfortunate problems with skeletons that don't die, or they die and come back, and I haven't figured out why that is. And I don't know who these people are. Is that another Stormcloak patrol? They don't seem to be trying to kill me, so... Okay, Stormcloaks, okay. Yeah, we're good there. Remember, one of those patrols actually saved my life on my the very first episode, running for my life, and they stepped in and helped. So if we do decide to go towards the Civil War playthrough, or the Civil War quest line, it's pretty obvious which direction our druid will go. And I rather enjoy the idea of your druid that starts out in nature, kind of becoming a man of the people. You know, the farmers and the hunters and the people that really survive out in Skyrim, being the type of person that he stands up to fight for, rather than just joining the Imperials. And of course, I forgot that I have the option of fast travel rather than taking the scenic route. But sometimes it's nice to talk out where the character is going and what we're trying to do. I hope I have enough loot to get some better spells, because spraying everything with fire is all well and good, but some of the creatures that my immersion modding is throwing at me are pretty intense. Not to mention we still have the limitations of survival to keep in mind, because for any kind of travel out of this valley, we're going to have to go over the mountain, where all sorts of sub-zero temperatures lie. Lots to consider. So first off, let's go ahead and double time it over to Riverwood. I am tempted to try and make that push through Bleak Falls Barrow. It's a great place to level up, and you get some great loot. But it does mean being able to deal with undead that come back, and given that we have limited magicka, that might be an issue. So we will look for a companion to take along, and then... How much loot did I get from that? Oh, I'm actually pretty full. Yeah, let's get some gold first. I forget what all I was able to loot from that bandit cave. It's actually been a few days since I worked on this playthrough, so it's all coming back to me. Alright, so the bow I'm going to keep. Some iron. Some of this would be good to disenchant, actually. I would love to have more magicka, thank you very much. I haven't done a lot with illusion, but that is better coverage. Ring of Major Magicka, yes please. Ring of Minor Squire or Light Armor, tempting. Okay, so our magicka's enhanced, potions. Oh, we can sell a bunch of this stuff.
Take a look.
Okay, let's see here. I do not need iron daggers. Or, oh crap. I always forget when I go straight into the merchant thing. I wish they would start on your tab, the stuff that you're trying to sell, instead of getting stuck with what other people have. I'll want to disenchant that for sure. We need the woodcutter's axe because it gets cold at night. The high boots we can sell. We'll disenchant major illusion. I know later on, I don't know how to build it yet, but later on you will actually be able to build a portable enchanting location that you can use while you're camping, which I think is just genius. I think wine actually dehydrates you, so we won't be using that. I've still got a good... water skins are still good. And then we'll hang on to the rest of this, not the alcohol, but the food and the water we will definitely need. Let's see, potion. They're still pretty light on those ingredients. Oh, we got some books we can get rid of. There we go. Red Kitchen Reader, very good. And last but not least, iron. I do like to hang on to iron. Well, no, we're not smithing. I keep forgetting we're a druid playthrough, so he's not going to be into metal shop. That's not where he lies. Working with leather, sure, but metal shop, no. No, 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 no. So we can either... I would like to knock out Bleak Falls Barrow now, because it is a great spot to level up, and I am still a very squishy level 5. If I try to leave this valley now and go alone, it's going to be tough.
Come on
so
in.
There's
Just
actually a companion here, courtesy of the mods, I think, unless I've got a couple different profiles up with different mods, so yeah, I don't see him here. Okay, so he must only be available on earlier, because we're just doing the Druid. Huh. Okay, alright, we're just sticking to the solo Druid then, until I can get far enough along. I know where the Druid followers are, as well as the Druid spells. I'm just trying to find a way that's more like role-playing friendly for my character to actually develop those, rather than just plopping him in there arbitrarily. And I have a quest line in mind that will bring him right to all of the spells that I want to take advantage of for him. But I'm not sure he can do it at this low level. But you know what? Let's give it a shot. Let's head over to White Run, grab the quest that we need, and see how far we can get without dying. While we're at it though, let me double check what difficulty am I on. Expert. But actually I should double check mod configuration, because we've got campfire kind configurations. Okay. Alright, that might be okay. Yeah, we'll give it a shot. I might have to dial it back to adept. Oh, hello. I will take you both. I think. Are you... That was an odd glitch. That was a narcoleptic elk, I guess. And, oh yeah, while we're here, we might as well drink and refill. Not close enough to drinkable water? Okay. How about now? There we go. Alright, so you gotta be in up to your knees. Up to your knees before you get a drink. Alright, we are well hydrated. We just saw from the shop I have plenty of food, so that shouldn't be a problem. Weather's favorable. I think most of there are routes that I can take along the Druid quest line that don't require going over very cold mountains. So we might be able to make this run. Hello, mercenaries. Noble. Okay, that's cool. And they left a nice little wolf pelt for me. Ooh, more wolves. Cool. Free leather! I know druids are into the balance and everything. I figure that the land is dealing with a wolf overpopulation right now, so part of the balance of nature would require taking out the excess of predators so that all the prey don't get killed off, which would be bad because then your ecosystem totally shuts down. And yeah, actually, I haven't even discovered... Wow, I've really spent this entire time just diddling around Riverwood. So let's go ahead and unlock the big city. This would be fun, like from a role-playing perspective, if I was playing Dungeons and Dragons, because this would literally be my character's first experience with anything bigger than Riverwood. Ooh, right, the giant. I forgot about the giant over here. But I think they kill him usually before you can get to him. Jump! Jump, you little mage! Alright. And I want to help. There we go. And I managed to do it without setting anyone else on fire. Which is an achievement for me. Yes, yes, yes. Careful with the fire. Yes, that's how it goes.
Come to your Vasker and be a companion.
You handle yourself well. You could make for a decent shield, brother.
What is a shield,
An
brother?
outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough.
Can
Not
I
for
join
me
you?
to say. You'll have to talk to Kodlak Whitemane up in your Vaskar. The old man's got a good sense for people. He can look in your eyes and tell your worth. If you go to him, good luck.
Ironic, because I don't remember. It's been a while since I did the companion quest line, but I don't remember it being very. It's like the old guy looks at you and says, "Let's see, working arms, working legs, willing to swing a sword. Yeah, sure, let's give you a shot." Doesn't seem like there's a whole lot of hoops to jump through for that particular spot, but we'll do what we can. All right, let's see. So I don't think we'll need a carriage for this next part, but it's good to discover it so we can hop back here. Although I'm... Oh, wait, did I? I think I disabled fast travel. I think I'm... Let me double check. I think that was actually part of... I've considered it. I think through Frostfall you can actually disable fast travel. Info, Frostfall, enable exposure warmth. Okay, gameplay, exposure rate. There we go. Yeah, let's go ahead. It's far more realistic to disable fast travel. So that means I will have to... Oh, started, delayed, buried. Oh, right, I picked up a quest from those two people that were chit-chatting. Alright, let's head back up. I think we'll go ahead and... I'm pretty sure I've already activated the quest where you have to come here and talk to the Jarl. I know I haven't done Bleak Falls Barrow yet, but at least I can get into the city and do some shopping, maybe buy a couple of spells, because we're definitely going to need at least a decent conjuration spell.
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
I have news about the dragons.
But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
The DC on that check must not be very high, because I had 11 speech and I still got through. I love the open cities of Skyrim mod. It's so simple, but the fact that you don't have to go through a load screen when you get into a big city is just fantastic. I love it.
More swords for the Imperial soldiers.
Ah yes, war torn Skyrim. And flowers, lots of flowers. I don't think I've done too much alchemy with this stuff yet, so I might be able to get some good potions out of that. Given that I'm such a low level, raiding a bunch of bandit camps is not on my menu just yet, because given that we're a druid, we don't team up with people that use metal, because we consider that to be an affront to nature, misshaping Earth for our own gain. But ants into potions? Absolutely. That is totally available for druids to take advantage of. Granted, there's not a lot of weapons that don't have metal, so we are basically looking at a pure magic playthrough.
I'm just out and about.
Primary goal, let's see. I think if Danica is around, we can go ahead and grab the first... We can at least activate the first Druid quest. I don't know if we're ready to follow it through, but we can at least activate it.
This is the Gilder Green. It was planted as a seedling in the early years of Whiterun. Disciples of Kynareth could sense something holy in it, and traveled far to hear the winds of the goddess in its branches. They built the temple. Of course, not as many pilgrims these days. To the east of here is a hidden grove where the Eldergleam resides. It's the oldest living thing in Skyrim, maybe all of Tamriel. Our tree here in the city was grown from a cutting of that tree. You can still feel the glory of the mother tree through it. Even its name is an echo.
Is there any way to revive the tree?
I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die, they only slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the Eldergleam, you couldn't tap it. Not with any normal metal.
What kind of weapon would work?
Eldergleam is older than metal, from a time before men or elves. To even affect it, you have to tap into the old magic. You'll have to deal with the hag ravens. I've heard about the weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself.
I'll get Nettlebane for you.
Your spirit is strong. Kinnereth's winds will guide your path. It's held in a hagraven nest called Orphan Rock.
Ooh, I've done that before on a different playthrough, and I was, what, level 10 maybe? I had 2 followers backing me up, and we barely got out alive. So I don't know if my lone level 5 druid can handle that stage of the quest, but if we go to the Eldergleam first, we can get druid-type companions and druid-type spells. And with that, we could definitely get Nettlebane. So that would mean a little more footwork on our part, a little more traveling. But at the same time, it would be better, it would be safer at least. I really don't know. I mean, we could try it. We could try to take on an entire Hagraven nest with my one little... Oh, wait. I'm getting disoriented here. First, we gotta get some spells. Magic, magic, magic. I've looted like 2 or 3 different bandit hideouts. I've saved up most of my gold. I should be able to get a couple decent spells for my trouble. So I have a feeling the flame spell is going to be insufficient, to say the least. Might as well unlock the dragon part of the side quest as well. Talk to the Jarl, get that taken care of. Which will just lead me back to Bleak Falls Barrow. So maybe if I can take out the hag ravens, then we'll double back a second time. That will be that.
To act rashly in times like these.
What would you have me do
What's the
then?
meaning of this interruption? Jarl Baldur is not receiving visitors.
There's no time for
Oh, he'll receive me. I have news from Helgen about the dragon
Well,
attack.
that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
The dragon destroyed Helgen, and last I saw it was heading this way.
By Ysmir, Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Dragons would be a significant concern to my druid self, because, let's face it, they eat most of the wildlife. And the people. And enslave whole generations of things. Lots of reasons not to be happy when dragons are about. Oh, that's cool. It's fun. I like how the AIs are set up. Like, they're literally here having dinner, and it gets totally interrupted, and Farengar's brought in.
I think I found someone who can help you.
Although the AI is not aware of which direction Farengar's standing.
Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
I love his candidness, that's fun. Alright, where am I going? What am I fetching?
Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone. said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Anything you can tell me about Bleak Falls Barrow? Because that's where I tried to get to before, and the skeletons are coming back to life.
An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here. I'm sure some of the locals can point you in the right direction once you get there.
How do you know the stone tablet is in Bleak Falls Barrow?
Well, must preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources. Reliable sources.
That's mysterious. Okay, let's see. So first off, I want to get some enchanting out of the way.
Anything we can use
Disenchanting,
to fight these
specifically.
dragons.
Alright, so I don't really need...
Of course,
Not doing a lot with illusions right now, and I don't need an Iron Sparks Sparks because that's metal. Druid not going to like that. I might need the ring of the rings though, either of them depending on the situation. I don't think I have. Oh, I have one petty soul gem. All right, so I can fortify something that I might sell or use. Fortify the hunting club. At least give it a little bit more damage. And gets me one step closer to the next level. What else can we do with some potions? Let's see. Definitely going to want restore health with either quest, Bleak Falls Barrow or Hag Ravens. You will definitely need health. And last but not least, poison. Okay, that's a good start. Alright, where'd you go? I gotta interrupt his dinner again. Come on, Farengar, where are you hiding? There you are.
Oh, what are you still doing here?
Well, I need some magic. Okay, so what are our options? We've got... Oh, you can actually create a cloak instead of crafting one yourself. That's cool. I like when they tie magic into the survival engine, so there are spells that you can use to complement or compensate for different effects. Alright, I got 1,200 gold, so that leaves us pretty light. Flame Atronach might be our best bet for a conjured helper. Firebolt would be a good destruction weapon to use. That might be all we can afford at this point. I don't think... Oh, I have Oak Flesh. I accidentally got Animate Zombie. I'm going to stay away from that because we're not building a Necromancer. That is for a different playthrough. Alright, well, we'll definitely need a Flame Summon of some kind. And if we get a Firebolt, that will give us more fire damage. And I think that is the best I can do for now. Let me just double check what spells I already have once I've learned these ones. Alright, we've got Oak Flesh for melee damage. Fury didn't work last time that we tried it because those monsters were a little too high level. Soothe, okay, that's for survival. Let's go ahead and try switching to Firebolt. Fire should be good. We'll switch to Conjuring of Flame Atronach. Elementals, I think, still fall within the purview of a Druid. That should be fine. Weariness, well, where'd that come from? Hunger, thirst, and fatigue from time spent under the effects of adrenaline. I wonder if that means I need to, like, take a full rest. I don't think I've rested in a while. That might be part of that problem. Alright, so what else do we need? We've got Alteration Magic that we're using, Destruction Magic, Conjuration. I think that covers the schools. Muffle, maybe if we can afford it, we'll get Muffle. You can actually use that to power level your illusion magic all the way to 100, but I don't... You have to be careful when you're getting into power leveling, because if you max that out, but your offensive stuff is still a low level, you will most definitely pay for it. Because everything that is thrown at you will be expecting that higher level of firepower and you won't be able to back it up. So I guess that's about as good as we can get. Although Steadfast Ward is, yeah, let's try that. It is more effective at least than the basic. And I know the Hag Ravens have firepower. Oh, well, that explains where that weariness buff was coming from. I need to do some eating and some drinking. There we go. Alright, so I guess we'll get a full... Let's get some rest at local inn, and then we'll head back We can either head to Riverwood and try to do those quests without dying, or we can head to Eldergleam before we've done the Druid quests to pick up some quests, or some Druid spells and a follower. And I would very much enjoy to have a Druid follower backing me up and a couple of conjuration spells. You know what? Druids are a generous bunch. For the most part.
I'm so... Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart.
You are welcome. Alright, let's head on back.
Still working at the Bannered Mare in the evenings, Ophelia?
I don't even know where... I feel so torn because I'm still a low level, but at the same time I'd love to get some of those basic quests out of the way. You know? I'd love to be able to get Bleak Falls Barrow out, get the dragon stuff at least started up. A little bit of metagaming, but I know the Druid the Druid quest line will actually take you around High Hrothgar, where you have to go for the Dragonborn quests anyway. So it would be nice to be able to knock out both of those in one shot. But my character definitely needs to be a higher level before we can do a lot of that, which is tricky on expert difficulty with a solo mage, to say the least. Ah yes, more flowers. One thing that I wish you could build in the camping gear, I've seen the portable enchanter. It requires like a troll skull and a number of other things that I don't have on me right now. But I have not seen a portable alchemy set, which totally would be, that would make sense to me, that your druid would be able to combine magical ingredients and stuff while at nature. Like that seems just as plausible as a portable enchanting set. So maybe I just wasn't a high enough level, because I know there is a leveling system built in to the mod, and I'm still a very low level with very little experience. So maybe that just comes later. I don't know. But half of the fun is the discovery. So let's go ahead and see if we can survive the run to the Eldergleam. We don't have Nettlebane, but we do need to unlock... I mean, we're going to have to take this route anyway when we do the Dragonborn quests. And I do know there are some bandit areas around here that we can start with at least. Alright, forgot to switch to Firebolt. We've got I Need, Hunting Bow, Oak Flesh. Forgot about that. There's our Oak Flesh. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot we have Staff of the Familiar too, so we do have some expendable summons that we can use. I think on our way... Yeah, we'll check this place out first. This is a good spot for some leveling up and some good loot. I'm not sure if I can beat the boss at my current level. Let's see. I love saving my perk points for level ups when you're in trouble, because you get your health and your mana back. The downside with that plan is that you then cannot level up until you're ready. Oh jeez. And smile. Ha! Alright. Oh jeez. Okay, getting shot. Let's just get out of his line of sight, switch to healing. Take care of that real quick. And you know what? These are basic bandits. Well, I do need to improve on my single targeting, so we'll go ahead and practice with the Firebolt while we're dealing with squishy little bandits. Zig and zag, zig and zag. Oh, I got one. Oh, seriously? Did you see that? Like the shots went between her. That was weird. So apparently there is a distance of minimum effectiveness for the ranged shot spells. Alright, why not? I need to level up anyway. Okay, let's get some... Well, Magicka actually looks pretty good. Probably health is where I'm hurting the most. Alright, so I've got 2 perk points. I've maxed out Destruction. I'm not quite ready to pick a specific element yet. Like, I love fire, don't get me wrong. But there are a lot of dragons and creatures that are immune to fire. Dual casting might be my best bet. Although, let's see what our other options are. Restoration. I haven't pumped the alteration stuff yet, which would still be good. I know I've been using a lot of... I've been relying on light armor, but I haven't put any perks into it yet. Oh, right. I was trying to... Alteration has some really interesting stuff for mage armor that requires just wearing cloaks, which I haven't been doing because I've just been surviving in nature as a hunter. But I do like the idea of starting off with light armor, and then as he kind of embraces the druidic way of life, switches to a cloak and just magic armor. The trick with that is that I don't want to put any perks into an armor type and then not use it later on. So, whatever. Let's stick with what we got for now and level up as well as we can. Let's see, anything good in here? I feel like there's some, yeah, there we go, there's some spell ingredients in these barrels. Not spells, but alchemy ingredients. You know what I'm talking about.
Who's that? Rodolphe? That you?
Yes, I'm Rodolphe.
Boss was looking for you, said he'd be up at the summit. Better not keep him waiting.
Ah, yes, the ever-dangerous summit. Oh yeah, I forgot how many mushrooms there were in here. My dad would have a really good time in here. He loves mushrooms. I can't stand them, but in order to be true to the druidic way of life, we will pick a lot of mushrooms. I try to keep things in third person, but when you're in a small room and the camera starts doing wonky things, it's just easier to do this. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I'm in a survival mode, so all of the apples and the flowers and all of the cooking ingredients actually have a point. I'm used to that vanilla playthrough style where you just run through, you don't eat, you don't drink, you don't sleep. Cooking is purely a personal option, not a necessity. Ooh, that was my bird. Ooh, he has marked a target for me. Fantastic. Remember, the bird is designed to help you hunt. And oh, I forgot to rest. Huh. I forgot to rest at the inn. So I'm gonna need to get a long rest in a bed sometime in the near future. I know there are beds in here, so maybe once they are not occupied by homicidals, I will be able to take a nap and rest up, because clearly I need that. But I'm not even going to attempt that until I have taken care of business.
So, huh?
Hi! Oh, fire versus frost. This will be fun. Come on! There we go. Now where's the frost mage? Come on. Oh, jeez. Oh, the frost mage is almost down. There we go. Finished him off. Okay, healing up. This is why we go druid and make lots of potions. Whew! Alright. Oh, I still haven't gotten to my target. Okay. I think we're okay now. Yep. Alright, loot time. Gold. I know the druids aren't that big into wealth, but when you gotta buy spells, you gotta use whatever currency the rest of the culture is big on. Alright, bandit warrior. I don't think I need a shovel. Although it kind of would make sense in a survival playthrough that a shovel would have a use of some kind. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to double back and use these beds once I get through, once all these bad guys are dead. Because it doesn't make sense to me to be able to curl up and get 8 hours of sleep in a mine that's still occupied by bad guys. That seems like a really good way to die. Actually, I've seen some mods that are meant to increase the difficulty, and you will actually be attacked while you sleep. There's another mod that disables the pausing effect when you turn on your menu. So I am thinking about adding that in, possibly, when we get to a higher level and we want to spice things up a little bit. So feel free to mention in the comments if any of those are mods that you would like to see me run through and possibly survive, or possibly die horribly. I don't know. This is all for your guys' enjoyment, so whichever mods sound like fun. Iron Draugr helmet. That is not what I'm after. Yes. Oh, okay. Marked wolf.
Of course not.
Interesting.
Dogs I could train, but a half-starved wolf, not a chance.
What was that?
You shall all burn! I'm very indiscriminate about my firepower. Equal opportunities for all. Okay. Alright, so that just leaves me with Mr. Archer. You know what? I need some practice with Firebolt anyway. Where are you? You're up there. Okay. And ha! Heck, damn it. They're smart enough to sidestep. Ooh, that was a good hit. Oh, jeez. Zigzag, zig and zag. When they cluster up like that, it's like, aha! I can't miss! Oh, well, yeah, I can. Alright, well, let's double back. We'll reload our mana and see if he will come to us. I don't think there's anything back here I can loot while I'm working on it. Although, on the subject of a loot, I have considered running a Bard playthrough. There's actually a quest line you can grab a mod for, and some perk trees improvements that literally make that particular character type a viable option. Sorry, I'm trying to switch and fight and survive and not get impaled at the same time. Haha! You try to shoot me with an arrow. I know when to sidestep. Haha! No, I think you'll just burn. There we go. I like my bandits extra rare. Excellent. Okay. Where are we at here? We've got hide armor, arrows. I guess for my druid, we're not going to be carrying a whole lot of. I mean, what we can carry, the amount that we can carry, is kind of restricted because we still got to carry all that camping gear for the survival mod. So we're basically going to grab anything that's light or particularly expensive. I can already make my own gear, my own leather armor, so we won't worry about that. Do need to auto-eat. I don't think there's anything useful in here. Potion of healing. Okay, I stand corrected. Alright, we took out those bandits. I think that was the last of them before you take out the boss on the summit. And he's going to be a bit tricky because he's a big bruiser, and this is on expert difficulty because I am a glutton for punishment. Might up it to master later once my druid already has spells and followers and things have been sorted out a little bit. But for now, I think it is plenty difficult as it is. Meanwhile, we've got tons of alchemic options here. Once we can really start playing. No, oh, jeez. Oh, ooh, that was a shorter drop than I anticipated. That was very forgiving. Skyrim and drops. Gravity in Skyrim is a cruel, cruel mistress. You know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, you soon will. Okay, so I think this just takes us straight up to the boss. Yeah, okay, so let's double back and grab a bed real quick because let's see, what are the details of that debuff when you're weary? There should be, okay. It says well, the I need says I need to sleep, so I'm gonna sleep. Now that the bad guys have been dealt with. Right, there was a bed around this corner, or is it down in the next chamber? Wow, it's a long walk to get some sleep around here. Alright, this'll work. Alright, oh, this actually works pretty perfectly. If I was going to ambush a major boss and hopefully win, you can bet it would be in the middle of the night when he's tired and anxious and relaxed and just staring at the sky and thinking about all of the hapless minions that are underfoot back in the cave that he has not heard from in 8 highly suspicious hours. Then again, I don't know how often I don't know, maybe he was not the easiest boss to get along with, so they didn't associate with him unless requested. I guess that would be the only way that you could wipe out his entire group of followers and then sleep for 8 hours and not have him come to investigate, but we do the best of what we got. Okay, so this is going to be fun because I have ran this mission before, not to meta at all, but yeah, he's a big guy. Alright, the goal here is to not get touched. Aha! That's right, I want you to stay locked either. Oh, jeez. Oh, sidestep! Oh, no, did not. Oh, jeez. Okay. First time I'm... Ah! What the... Ah! Well, how am I gonna fight it if I can't even... Oh, jeez. Huh. You know, I've done this level before, but I've never had this particular difficulty. So, let's see. So, I guess we might still be able to kill him from here.
Let's see what you got.
I would love to see what I've got, but apparently I have misstepped. Can I get around and back up? Am I gonna have to walk all the way up? Oh, I hope not. I may have to. Wow. Oh, no, maybe if I come around here. Ooh, this is promising. This is promising. Yeah, yeah. Where are you at? Ooh, aha! Dang it. Now we're sidestepping. Making me miss my... Oh, there's my birdie! Bird, get out of the line of fire! I do not want you to die. You are my friend. There we... Oh, no, no, I need your loot! I need your loot! Okay. Alright. His body went that way, people. Between those two crags, because... okay. Alright, step one. Loot what I have here. Okay, I don't need a giant sword. I do definitely need potions. Gold, I will not say no to. Flawless gold... Potion, scroll, clairvoyance. Okay. Alright, now for the tricky part. We are definitely saving, because this is going to involve our mortal enemy, gravity. Alright. I saw the body sliding this direction. So he's got to be down here. I assume he went... Oh, could it be that easy? Did he just land right there in the middle of the... Problem is, I don't want to land right there in the middle of the... Don't ask me how I'm doing this. I don't know. Maybe druids have spider powers. Okay, so I remember killing that one. This has to be the boss. Come on, please. There we go. Whew! Alright. I do not need heavy armor. I don't need his journal. Arrows, why not? I can disenchant those. That'd be good. Okay. Alright, where are we at loot-wise? 256. Oh, geez. We're already full up. Let's see, so either we head back for some quick shopping and a rest, or we press forward and just grab the most expensive of our loot options. Ooh, my bird's been busy. What did he mark? Ah, wow, that's a bit of a trek. But this is part of like the racial quest line for Bosmers in the Imperious Races mod. If I heed my bird's direction 10 times, then I will gain the ability to charm the nearest wild animal, and they become my animal companion for the foreseeable future. And I would really love to be able to run up to a savage bear or a saber cat and make him my friend. So we're just going to take a little detour here and follow our bird's bidding. Is that a crab? That looks like a crab to me. It is a crab! Goodbye, Mr. Crab. Aha! 4 out of 10. Oh, geez, he had a friend. Smile! Ah! I'm not even going in after your chitin. Okay. Alright, let's make up for some lost time. So our next bet is we'll head over towards the Elder Gleam Sanctuary. We have plenty of loot, so we might have to take a pit stop over at Windhelm and sell all the loot, because we will need enough money to actually buy the druid spells from the merchant there. But my goal is to come out of this with a druid spell, well, druid spells, a druid follower, and then go into the rest of the druid quest line, because my single level 5 magecaster is not going to be able to handle it on his own. So we will find one more dungeon of some kind, and then pause it there for now. Actually, well, there's a good stopping spot up ahead. If we can clear out this ritual stone, that would be a good stopping spot. Almost there. Usually there's some wolves around here, but I don't see any at the moment. Fine by me. My little campaign to cut down on the local wolf population must be working. Come on. Flowers must be picked. Alchemy potions are amazing, especially when you're in trouble and you're squishy. Alright, oh right, this, I think there's a necromancer up here that likes to use skeletons. And what was the problem that we had before with skeletons? It's something that hopefully can be solved by fire. Actually, you know what? Let's switch to flames, because it's still viable when there are multiple things that you need to immolate. Alright, who's here? Who's here? You're here. Aha! Okay, did that do it? Are they gone? They dead? Whew! Okay, killing the necromancer did it. Excellent. Fur-lined hood, gloves, light, not really worth anything, gold, necromancer boots, robes, magicka regenerates. You know what? It is very tempting to switch to a cloth armor now, grab the alteration, conjure skeleton armored warrior. Ah, it is the worst. That's so tempting. It's like the druid in me is being tempted to go dark because he actually found a spell to summon skeletons. Ah, that's awesome. Alright, so first off, we've got some weight issues. So we're going to... keeping the hunting bow so I can sell it for anything else. Which means, I'd like to sell the Imperial bow too. What weight is going to be a serious issue in this? I can tell. Mostly because we've got various issues. Okay, so, well, this is a good enough place as any to stop, and I will consider... Oh, wait, is that... Oh, it's hurt. Okay, Fox. I don't think he's going to turn hostile. Maybe he got burned during my little display. Anyway, okay, so I will... You know what? Let's give it a shot. We've got an enchanted robe, which is as good a time as any to try a life without leather armor. I think the cloak should still be fine, so everything else we've got is clothing. We'll go ahead and level up again. Let's get some health going, and we'll look into alteration. And we'll head toward some mage armor. Protections like stone flesh are 100% stronger if not wearing armor. Excellent. Okay, so that should help us. Alright, and now I'm overburdened again. Whoa, I gained a lot of weight when I switched out of my fur armor. Okay, so, well, this is going to be a leap of faith if ever there was one. But I guess if you're pursuing druidism, there's got to be a little bit of faith involved at some point. Alright, so I hope you guys have enjoyed what we've done so far. There is a challenging bandit battle coming up in the near future in the next episode. You know what? That's no good. That's no good. I gotta find a better spot. Maybe we can find a spot with more of a view. And there we go. There we go. That looks better. Okay. Awesome. Alright, so thank you for joining me on this playthrough so far into Druidic Magic. Please ignore the creepy skull on the face of my robes. It just gives me magicka regen, so until I find something that's more druidic that still does the same purpose, this is the best I can do. If you've enjoyed the presentation so far, feel free to like the video and subscribe to my channel. Comment below what's some of the additional mods I've mentioned you'd like to see. There are some mods to make it so the menu does not pause when you turn it on, so battles still continue. I can disable fast travel if you guys get bored of me walking around all over. And a number of other challenges that we can tap into. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you in the next video. Take care.